Test, 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 test.
Take your hands out your pockets.
Is that okay? Fine. I don't know what to do with them. It's a bit of a shit in here, actually. I think I say that every time. We're on the loo while looking at people walk past. Just going to take a quick video if that's all right. Too late in doing it though. Hello, so it's Tom Fenton here from KHP. I'm stood here at Richmond Grove and we're out the front of Bramdean Villa, which is the new detached house. And as you'll see behind me, we're preparing for the private driveway area of this house and it's very close to completion, roughly 3 months away. Okay, in the hallway of Bramdean Villa, and you can see the grand staircase and you can see this lovely natural wood finish, and this takes you up to all 3 stories of this property. These are the bifolds at the back of the living area of Bramdean Villa and what will eventually be your private garden. So these are the quite unique windows for this property. Slightly different to your typical new build, which is usually just UPVC. Yeah, nice design, quite large opening, so it lets a lot of daylight in. Okay, so on the right-hand side, after you come in the front entrance of Bramdean Villa, there's this WC cloakroom. It has a fair amount of storage in it. We are in the kitchen of Bramdean Villa, and I'm stood here at what will become the sink on the kitchen island right here. We've got a dishwasher, oven, fridge, freezer, and all the appliances are AEG branded, so it's all high spec. And obviously you can see the colour, which is sort of like this dark blue colour, and it looks quite dark because obviously there's no lights on. So once those lights are on, it really does illuminate the space. Enough space for seating area or dining area at the end of this room as well. We're in the utility here, which is in the back of the kitchen. So it's a space to hide everything, all your cleaning products, all your laundry. Okay, if you're wondering what these little squares are on the side of the stairs, these are low-level lights, which is a nice little feature of this property. So we'll go in this bedroom first, which I believe is bedroom 1. It looks like it's been top coated actually on the walls and the ceiling, and it's just got the woodwork still to do. So that's what the cables are hanging down for, because obviously you decorate first before putting your lights on and all your sockets. That's why the cables are hanging out. But yeah, this is the final colour for the walls, final colour for the ceiling. Obviously you can see the doors are on, the type of ironmongery you get as well, so all very high standard. This is the dressing room area of this bedroom 1. Huge amount of space to fill it with whatever you would like. And then this bedroom 1 has a lovely ensuite, which is this room here. And you can see these amazing huge tiles, these 900 by 900 tiles. And you can see the shower, what will become the shower enclosure. And there's also lights either side of the toilet. They're those little squares. So we will go straight into bedroom 2, which is, to be honest, almost identical to bedroom 1, if not identical. Same thing, lovely big ensuite. You can see what looks like the vanity unit on the floor there, ready to go on the wall. You can see in this one, actually, they've got the push pad to the toilet in. And yeah, very close to getting shower mixer and head on the wall as well. You can see the size of the sink, which will sit on the top of the vanity unit. And then in terms of the shower kit, we've got Bramdean branded showers. This one in bedroom 2 also has a dressing room, so nice big size for that one as well. And then there's this room on the left-hand side, bedroom or study, depending on what you'd prefer. All right, so we're up on the top floor of Bramdean Villa, and we're going to have a look at bedroom 3 and 4, I believe. Nice ceiling height for a top floor bedroom. Lots of light that comes in from both sides of the room, and yet it's like its own little private hideaway. So as you can see, the back of Bramdean Villa, they're finishing off the slating, so this extended bit at the back. And you can see where the living room is on this side and the kitchen is on this side. And yeah, this is what will become your garden. It'll have a fence that runs along this line here and runs almost to where the camera is now. So we're in the music house now, going from the ground floor to the first floor, and we will have a look at the most recent changes here. So we'll start with this, which will be apartment 5, and you can see all the new black doors which have gone on, which are very unique. You can also smell the fresh paint. You've got bathrooms which have gone in, which I don't know if you'll pick up, so I'll put a torch on. The baths have gone in, the tile in, half height all the way around, full height in the bath enclosures. Nice shelf at the back, which is very usable, practical. Little cupboards. Bedroom 1 with an ensuite in, also very nice, different style of tile. Same again, nice usable shelf at the back. Nice big shower enclosure. Tall ceilings. Wardrobe in this one as well. And we go left towards the kitchen. And you can see what once is empty of all this construction waste is actually a really huge space here. And the kitchen itself is obviously quite large. And you can see here the kitchen island as well, what will become the kitchen island. So yeah, a really nice space here to cook in and to socialise in. And where the camera is more of the seated area. Right, so this is an example of the windows which are in the music house. They're obviously these lovely aluminium sash windows, and yeah, they're a modern take on the classic. And obviously, as you can hear, they drown out a huge amount of noise. So yeah, high quality, really lovely windows. We'll go through this way. Staircase has gone in. So yeah, we've got a site office and canteen and all the usual stuff set up. So when we go outside here, you'll see that there's a bit more space externally. Block paving car park spaces, which have been completed on this side of the site. And you can see where the old cabins used to be, then preparing for parking bays in this side of site now. So you can see number 39 here. This is the other detached property on site. Since the last video, the roof's been slated. We've had solar panels installed, we've had windows installed, and internally they're commencing the fit out. And next week we're expecting the staircase to go in. So we'll just poke our heads inside and I'll show you that. Right, so we're in the Muse house and you can see what will be the kitchen living area. These chaps here bored in the ceiling. Now that you can see it's been insulated, so you can see the level of insulation between the floors. You can also see that electrically it's all been first fixed. So they're preparing for the finishing stages, so they're going to dot and dab these walls. So yeah, very close. There's still a lot of material here, externally, so we're not at the stage yet of doing the garden of this property, but it's getting close. We've got a bedroom study / study area here. Downstairs, WC. This area is where the staircase will be installed next week. So you can see obviously the height it goes up to, and you can also see where they're first fixing the partitions with the M&E. So yeah, it's moving along. And it's on track to finish as planned. So at the back of the schoolhouse, you can see obviously the scaffolding is up, so that just facilitates access to all of the windows. So the majority of the windows, minus the ones on the extension, have actually been installed. So you can see obviously windows here that have been installed, and the ones behind you are the ones still to go in. So these windows here, and you can see they're lovely windows actually. So it's a really nice feature of the schoolhouse to have these huge windows. Left to do externally is the remaining windows. The roof is pretty much done, although there's still elements of slating, but it's still pretty close. And then the focus then will all be on the new render and the render repairs. You can see patches of the exposed brickwork that is to be repaired, exposed block work. And then this is all new block work, so that's all new render behind there. So once that is done, the scaffold can be dropped, and then you can get access into these private garden areas of the lower ground floor, units 13, 14, 15 and 16. This one has its own staircase. There's a bridge that goes into what will be a communal area as well out the back, which is to access stair 2. It's the access for a few of the flats in this building, and the remaining flats are accessible either from this communal entrance on the side, or they have their own entrance if they're on the other side of the lower ground floor, basically. Okay, so we'll have a look in. Yeah, we'll look in the upper ground floor. Before we head in, it'd be worth just pointing out this new retaining wall's gone in here. New stairs, so these stairs are all to access stair 1, which is one of the communal entrances from the schoolhouse, which is the big door behind us. The only door that we're keeping essentially as part of the old building. That'll be refurbished and sort of return to its former glory. So this is the entrance of stair 1. So yeah, lovely apartment here. You can see the inside of the new windows which have gone in. They're very practical with a trickle vents and multiple windows to open. You've got a kitchen living area in this space. You can see the old brickwork and stonework behind. There's still some work to do on these external walls before they line them. We are now on the first floor of the schoolhouse. Biggest change is actually the ceiling structure to the floor above. So everything that you can see above us here is new. It's a whole new floor for the second floor. Obviously, the same thing as the below us, you know, all new windows are here. It's had a lot of structural work on this floor, new steel beams, new steel frame that's gone in to form the roof structure of this building. So it's had a really big structural upgrade. I'll take you through to this middle apartment because this highlights the extent of the extension, the new extension that we've added, and that goes from the lower ground all the way up to the top floor. So we've actually added a decent amount of footprint to this building. You can see above us the underfloor heating, which has gone in, or going in as we speak, which means that we can't actually access that top floor. But you can see everything, what they've done above. It's a whole new roof structure. So we've now come to the end of the progress update for this period. So what I am hoping to see by the time we do the next video is the Bramdean Villa should be pretty much finished. Essentially all the main works for Bramdean Villa will be complete very soon. We've got a big upcoming date for the site generally, and it's to do with utilities. So we've got a period of time, about 3 weeks or so, where the road will be closed out the front and all of the incoming services come in. And that's quite a big catalyst for, you know, testing and commissioning all the services. So that's the biggest thing that will happen over the next period. But as I said, yeah, Bramdean Villa in terms of finishes should be moved quite a way along. I'd like to see floor finishes in for the next time we do a video. In terms of the music house, it's a case of finishing the communal areas and getting it all plastered. I would like to see basically the external render repaired as far as it can be, and ideally some of the scaffolding dropped. I think externally it should be wrapped up into the envelope of the building. Internally, I'd like to see it all plastered and all of it at least mist coated so that we can be at the stage of finishing. There's still some of the units which are still to be boarded and plastered. Also, I'd like to see a lift in the music house to be another item. In number 39, the staircase will get delivered next week. So within a few weeks, that building will have been plastered and mist coated. So yeah, by the next video, I'd like to see all the walls plastered, all the walls mist coated, and at least some of those walls top coated in terms of decoration. I'd also like this scaffolding to be dropped and some of the front garden and the back garden to the Muse house completed. In the schoolhouse, in terms of progress, I'd like the slating completed and the render repair at least started. There's a lot of rendering and patching in to do because it's a much older building than the rest of the site. So I'd like some of that started so that we can start thinking about dropping the scaffold. Considering most of the windows have gone in already, it is really only rendering and the remaining roof slating that is keeping this scaffold up in place. So as soon as that scaffold is dropped, it frees up all this external space, like in these light wells, to finish. So yeah, that's where I'd like to see the focus. And in the fit out internally, it's just sequential from flat to flat, just moving it along. So yeah, it's hard to gauge where it'll be in a month's time, but yeah, just hopefully a lot further than now. Okay, so thanks for watching and I'll see you at the next video.